what's up, fam? You can only imagine my excitement when I got to this week's chapter of Black Clover 182, when I saw the containers that the Eye of the Midnight Sun were using for, their experimentations we saw Sally working on really early on in the series. Saw them breaking, and my first assumption, if you've seen, if you've watched some other videos that I've talked about how two people that they could easily bring back based off of how the reincarnation magic works, and I ended up getting that. I got Vito and Fauna. And Fauna coming back is cool, but I always really liked Vito, and I was super stoked to see Vito come back and join the cast of the enemies. And the fact they're younger, I'm wondering if the fact that they're younger could be that they like Vito ends up being more of a enemy rival to Asta, or somehow maybe switches sides. I would like it if we got, at least a other elf besides coming over. I don't know why he would. That's a little bit of the issue. I would like it though if he at least kind of stood as more of a rival, like as he is equal to Asta at this young age version of himself versus the normal version. I really hope though he keeps his beast magic. I really liked his beast magic. I thought it was really cool, done in a very simplistic yet badass way, and I want to see that kind of continue. Obviously, Fauna doesn't have Salamander anymore, and there are some effects of the there was effects they said that she had like more evil in her heart because she kept using her evil eye more. I don't know what that's really going to do in the long run, but other than that, we just got a bit of Ryan noting that they're, that them is 15. This is a little bit odd, and Vito being like, Fauna, go put on some damn clothes. She's just standing around naked, not even caring. Do you think the elves though, they seem a lot more comfortable with it. It's probably just the awkwardness that kind of ended up. She's like, yeah, I guess so. I should probably do it. But then we were revealed that the most important elves, the ones that have the highest standing amongst the others, the followers of Sephiroth, or however it's Sephirat, and we have one that's licked, and uh, he's got that demon dweller sword. You see Raya and Vito, obviously. You see Rill and um, the elf that is possessing Rill and the elf possessing Gosh. That's five right there. We got Patri, and then there's a couple elves. There's one that isn't there, and then there's a very large elf. I'm wondering who that is because I can't really tell, and I can't remember if we've seen that person just off the top of my head. But we'll probably see him soon. I assume there'd be a couple of elves that just would be additional characters in. Following that, though, obviously there's a little bit note of that Lake isn't his normal self. He's not going to be until they end up putting the last magic stone in and fully completing the reincarnation magic, and that Yuno's elf still, he didn't come and control. Yuno's still taking over. I think that that's just him, as he is an elf. It's kind of like Fauna and Vito, and he just was always in control. So it's a little bit different, and maybe they'll have like the person who should have been in the body that Yuno's in maybe be a different person. I don't know. But furthermore, after that is we get more lore. We get some more like expansion stuff, and not only that, it's stuff that could open up more in the future, because they talk about the hidden thing within the Clover Castle, and it's a gateway to hell, and you see this like big, like demented, like twisted looking haunted castle, like all pitch black, kind of rise out from there. Whether it's made of energy or something weird like that is unknown, but they talk about how long ago humans and elves they formed a pact to safeguard the space that connects hell to, or their world to what was called the Kingdom of Shadows. So there's probably going to be demons. Maybe this is where Asta's Grimoire demon comes from, or other beings. Maybe we'll get more dark magical creatures like demons, vampires, ghouls, anything along those lines that could expand it so we can get more from elves. Because it sounds like if they formed a pact to deal with this, that means there's probably stuff in there way worse than and way more powerful than what the elves are able to put out. If it was so much that the humans and the elves had to put their differences aside to deal with it. And why it's important they need it is after the reincarnation magic is fully completed, the souls that were in the bodies that the elves actually are owned for, they're gonna get pulled out, go to hell, and then the elves are going to be in full control of the bodies, and you'll get like As's swords. There won't be nothing they could do at that point. I think it's gonna go off and set up for a part 2, and we'll get a time skip. They're just gonna get specific members back first, and then like maybe something along the way they'll have to do something to save some of the character souls. I don't know. Also, there's a guy introduced with dice magic. I think is pretty cool, and like the effects of whatever he does depends on the dice roll. It's pretty interesting. But he fully counters curse with just a 2 out of 6, which is even for like a just like some offbeat elf that is he's like not even like he doesn't seem like a big deal. It's still pretty powerful for him. And then we kind of end the chapter with a bunch of the elves buffed up by God, I can't remember that chick's name. Pally. I remember the fat chick from the Blue Roses that has that feather magic and she can give people wings. Pretty useful support character, really, just to be able to drop flight onto people. Seems like she'd be super solid in a fight. You only see her controlled and then in the Royal Knights exam. I wonder if she's gonna have any importance later on. But then you have like Yami and Jack ready, Zora and Noel ready, but right when those guys are coming back, out come the Black Bulls and Radis with uh, Valtros, Sally, that whole crew in the Black Bull Henry Mac, which is gonna open up some more fun for the next like the kind of closing battle of this arc, and what I think will end up leading into a time skip and what will be part 2 of Black Clover. It just feels like this is going to be something that will have to follow up in a time skip and lead into a second part. I don't know. It's just what I think. What's weird is what I was thinking about before the chapter. I just want to put that out there. It's nothing important about this, but because Tabata, a lot of people think his inspiration comes from stuff like Naruto and One Piece just because they're the popular stuff. But he's talked about his like big inspirational manga are Berserk and like Yu Yu Hakusho. And I don't know, I just feel like this gateway to hell is gonna have like I don't know, maybe it's kind of turn like the gaps between Berserk like from the Golden Age to the Dark Age. Obviously not the same murderous rape degree, but like monsters and world tone and stuff. That'd be so cool. Or something like just like an eclipse base, like big up and coming of horrors and monsters. So anyway, solid chapter. I really liked the reveal of some more lore, display of some maybe some side abilities, and set up for who the bigger elves are, and just to see who the big shots of their groups are. And it's going to be nice to see where this continues. Like I said, I don't think they're going to win. I still see the Clover having to pretty much get the smallest possible loss and pull out and retreat. But that's mostly it for this chapter. Super stoked to see where this is going to go, what exactly we're going to get. I don't think, like I said, I don't think they're going to be able to win. I'm calling it. I don't know who still thinks they're going to be able to win. Just because it's shonen doesn't mean they're going to win. I mean, in the long run of the whole series is the only time you think they're going to for sure win, because it just seems like it's one of those stories. But in just this arc, I'm telling you, they're going to lose. But anyway, yeah, thumbs up and like the video if you like these reviews and this kind of content. Give a comment below on what you think about this chapter, what you liked, anything you didn't like. Subscribe to the channel for more. And then check out my other stuff. I do mostly manga and anime videos. But otherwise, thank you very much for subscribing and listening.